Question: did you know that we hold the keys to empowerment? And it comes in a few special words. Let's talk about it. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. How's everybody doing today, this wonderful upcoming Sunday morning? You know, I love Sunday mornings because it's just like a leisurely time. It's a time of reflection. It doesn't matter what religious influence you have. It's just a slower pace from the rest of the week. It's not like a weekday, because even Saturdays lately have become similar to weekdays. Am I kind of right? Right. Well, you know, let's talk about some empowering words that we can use to make better changes in our life. First of all, we need to adopt a can-do attitude. Yes, this is something that sometimes life situations and negative people that are surrounding us, if you hear them long enough, their attitude may become embedded in your head. And that's not who and whom we are built to be. We are built to be positive, contributing creatures in the world. Okay. And you know, we do a lot of talk about, you know, survival and this, that. I don't know about you, but I want to live beyond surviving. I want to thrive, okay? And here are the triggering words that can either make a person or break a person. And we'll talk about that when I come back. So, as you already may or actually may not know, words are powerful containers. They can either make you or break you. We need to start dismissing some of the negative words in our life. Okay, now, can't afford. Can't afford, it's kind of like a put down to yourself. Maybe we should substitute it with will not afford or won't afford. Or can't, maybe we could say can't afford right now, and give ourselves permission to lift ourselves up from that moment of can't afford or won't afford to something better. Okay? Disabled. Disabled is not a great terminology. Differently abled. Hey, I mean, you know, some of us have physical challenges that do limit us in a physical way, but that should never stop us from feeling that we can no longer contribute to the world or about ourselves. Find ways and work with ways of empowerment of what you can do. Work with what you can do, okay? Now, let's expound upon the word no. Yesterday, in my yesterday's video, I briefly touched upon use of the word no, and I want to get into this for a minute because I find in some comments and just people that I know in person in my life, they struggle with the use of the word no. We're not born to say no right away, okay? We want to be acceptable to others. We want to, you know, please people. But, you know, everything in life is within reason. But there are times in life we must empower ourselves with the use of the word no. By saying no doesn't mean you're a negative person. There are times you need to protect yourself. For example, I believe that everyone should have personal boundaries. Things that they may never want to discuss with anyone and rather keep to themselves. And some people call it protection. I call it privacy. And I will not violate my personal privacy with people that I barely know or barely trust. I'm just not going to do that, okay? So that's a no for me without saying no, 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 no. That's a no, and that's an empowerment for me. If I choose at some point in life to get personal with someone in discussion, that's my choice. And that's the next word I want to talk about, the word choice. Be right back. Hi, and thanks for staying with me this far. You know, we live in a world of choices, and that's one of the things I so treasure about being alive. We could say yes, we could say no, we could say maybe, and all of that. And that's something to keep in mind always. We live in a world of choices. You don't live in a prison unless you're actually in a prison, but most of the prisons that some of us live in are self imposed by our own doing, by saying yes when the truth be told we wanted to say no. You cannot accept every single party invitation, getting into the alignment of budgetary reasons or even just time, we just do not have the time to do absolutely everything. So, keeping in mind that we have the right to a choice, without being rude or disrespectful, we can graciously decline an invitation. And again, that's part of not only choices, but using that big old word no. One of my subscribers was joking with me yesterday about no not having a subject or a verb in a sentence because I had made a comment about, no is a complete thought. The word no in a sentence is a complete thought. If somebody asks me a question and the answer is no, it's a complete thought, okay? It's a verb implied. No. And it's a word we can use. So aside from the choices, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Okay. Some of us are living under very, very difficult financial circumstances. There's no question, there's no blame. I'm not the kind of person that says, oh, stop making excuses. No, I don't judge. I don't know anybody out here, okay? All I know is what I know about my life. And the last thing that I would ever want anybody to do is to say, oh, you're just making an excuse. I don't know that. I don't know that. But I know this, that from this point on, every single one of us has the option to improve our lives. And I don't care what circumstance you come from or situation, we have the option, listen carefully, we have the choice to say yes to it or no to it, to the uplifting and the improvement, okay? Now, if you want to really, really pull it apart like a chicken, every single one, even if, let's say a person's on a fixed income, and they say, well, I can't save. I'm on a fixed income. 9 out of 10 times, if I sat down with that person on the fixed income and they explain to me, voluntarily, of course, they tell me what they do with their money, their cash management, 9 out of 10, I could find a lot of wallet leakers because a lot of people don't take that time. They don't make that choice to sit down and stare at their budget, okay? Today's September 15th, right? Okay. We're halfway exactly through this month. Are you saving your dollar a day? Did you do it yet? Did you intend to? You figure you don't have to? Okay, well, for the ones that may really have to, we're teetering on like that approach of the third week of the month where the ones who are really struggling start scratching their head and going, If you had started to save, you would have been, let's say, next week about $22 ahead of the game. So again, choices. Here's the goal. This week, we're going to talk about people that are living on teensy-weensy incomes and how they can save and how they can start looking for ways to earn, save and earn. By doing both, you are empowered, you are increasing your choices, and you need to say no to people that are robbing you of your happy spirit and of your time. Okay? Draw those boundary lines. Don't cross your personal boundary lines for anyone if it's uncomfortable for you. Listen to that still small voice in your head that says, I don't want to divulge personal information to someone I never even met. That's just natural instinct, and it's called privacy. And we are all entitled to privacy and to better choices. So let's make this a very happy beginning of the week. Let's get a little richer by the next 7 days, whether it's monetarily speaking or spiritually speaking. Let's all make a decision on purpose to say yes to things, and let's make a decision on purpose to say no to negative people, no to negative imagery, because we are far surpassing that. So there. And in the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Hey, can we make a difference in someone's life today? Please, please, please contribute one bit of food in a can for someone, for the food bank, the food pantry. Okay? If we all did our part, the world would be a better place. Let's do our part. Have a great day.